Good afternoon. My name is Andy Pimentel. I work at Razorfish in New York, and I'm here to talk to you today about the future of television. First off, I'd like to thank the generosity of this festival for including us. Right now, I have to say I'm 80% excited to share what I have. I might be 20% terrified, but we are definitely 100% proud to be here. I also am aware that I'm the last thing standing between many of you and cocktails, so I can assure you I will not be running over time. I would say that it's a little surprising that I, as a digital guy, would be here to present to you about the future of TV. I've never made a TV spot. What I do is help media and entertainment clients imagine the future of how they're going to evolve and survive. I've worked on the digital extensions of brands in print, radio, and finally in the last year, somehow I convinced Razorfish to fund work around TV that wasn't for a client, but rather was something that we could share with the world. And today is the first peek anybody outside of Razorfish is getting of that work. I'm also a little surprised to get to be the digital guy here because sometimes digital guy shows up and causes problems and says things that are kind of crazy, like it's the end of the 30-second spot. Or TV will be interactive. It's like, great, tell me more. Or TV is dying. Let me really provoke you. Maybe you'll blog about me. I'm actually here to tell you today that rumors of TV's death are greatly exaggerated. And one reason I feel qualified to say that is because in one of the market research studies we ran, we took TV away from 8 average American families. This photo is one of our families reminding themselves not to watch TV. Originally, we budgeted $350 per family to get them to not watch TV, and we sort of optimistically said maybe they'll do it for a week. Now, 2 days later, our recruiters called us and said, we're finding plenty of people who fit your screener, but it's not enough money, so we either need more money or you need to shorten the study. Several days and several more phone calls led us to the amount of time that people are willing to not watch TV for $350. 2 days. So one reason that I'm not going to stand here today and be hyperbolic about how bad things are is that I had to pay people $175 a day not to watch TV. TV is here to stay. So really what this presentation is about, number one, the DNA of television. We want to give you a quick overview of the research that we conducted and how it taught us about the behaviors people have with TV that aren't going to go away. This is important because we have to put people at the center of this, not technology. The illustrations of future TV you'll see later weren't created based on what cool technology we predict it will be around in 10 years. They're based on the real human needs that we learned through the research. Now, I've seen plenty of PowerPoints, even at Razorfish, where there are slides with some clip art, there's a cloud in the middle, and there are arrows radiating out, pointing to TV screens and a mobile phone. Really, the meat of this is about showing you what it might actually look like for consumers and advertisers in some cases. What are people going to experience when they click the remote? Or, more likely, when they say TV on or wave their hand in a certain gesture. Finally, what we're going to say about TV has a lot of ramifications for a lot of different industry categories, some of which are probably going to hurt. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about what happens to TV networks, cable operators, hardware manufacturers, startups. Today, on the first day of a festival that celebrates creativity, I'm simply going to focus on what the future of TV means for the business of creativity. So this is section 1, what TV means to people. This quotation really gets my goat. So with regard to the ways internet and TV are converging, this is the CEO of a major cable company talking about how people are watching TV shows on the computer and hooking up Apple TVs to their TVs, and what are we going to do? It's dogs and cats living together. And he says, we don't mean to be alarmists, but we really need to take a look at what people want. And that's in the year 2000. So I'm not sure if anybody in his company got the memo and went and took a look at that, but we did. And we did it in 3 ways. So the first is this deprivation study that I mentioned already. We recruited normal families, if such a thing exists, not tech bleeding edges. And just to set this up, I know this is an international crowd. We started this research in the US, and we're now doing diligence on how to extend it internationally to either validate or refute which of these elements are universal elsewhere. A lot of the photos you're about to see are from photo diaries that our ethnography respondents took themselves or that our ethnographers took on the spot. So without further ado, this is what happens when you take away television. I don't know if you guys are picking up the same vibe I am. Let's just zoom in on her for a second. So apparently night one of no TV is not going particularly well in this family, in this household. Oh God, Mom's on the piano again. And she only knows Christmas carols, but it's the middle of April. The guy on the right is literally going crazy right now. He doesn't even know what to do. And it became a big problem for the parents to manage this new energy that their kids had. Spontaneous eruptions into calisthenics in the rec room. Things that we had never seen before.